actually highlight the main task of the higher learning institutions, that is, apart from teaching and other activities, another core important function of the higher learning institution is conducting research in various disciplines. So these research outcomes should be translated or should be transformed from higher learning institution to the society so that the society can benefit directly from what is being developed from higher learning institutions. So the aim of this study is to analyze and synthesize some issues related with the practice and the mechanism of technology transfer from the university to higher learning, from the university to industries, and specifically SMEs. And by doing this research, the following research questions should be addressed. The first research question is, what are the research landscape of the published papers on the research topic? The second is the concentration area for the published paper over the past 10 years. And lastly, what are the opportunities that our country or as a Tanzanian higher learning institution can benefit from those research papers. Now, the methodology of this research is the use of the preferred report item for systematic literature review and meta-analysis. Simply, we call it PRISMA. And this PRISMA will be adopted by following the following search strategies. That is, starting with the search item and the keywords, eligibility criteria, screening and the selection process, studying selection and the data extraction, quality assessment, and finally with the data analysis. Now, this PRISMA methodology will be guided by some exclusion criteria that will be followed for all papers that are being extracted. The result of the PRISMA indicates that a number of papers are being developed in 2017 regarding the technology transfer from university to industries. But also, these papers are being concentrated highly on the university technology transfer. And all these papers, if we are being distributed in various continents, as we can see, more papers are being concentrated in Europe, followed by Asia, South America, and we can see a lot of publications are being published regarding the African continent. Now, under the discussion, it has been already observed that from all reviewed papers, it indicates that more papers are being developed on technology transfer in the European continent, and also more efforts are being indicated that African countries need some more understanding and impactful effort to be done on the university industry technologies transfer, and to know its dynamics in the local context, especially when focusing with the technology transfer to SMEs. The paper concentrations, these papers, most of the papers concentrated on the technology transfer from university to large industries, leaving behind SMEs and micro industries that most of our locality are dealing with. So under this, there is a clear gap that exists between the higher learning institution and the industries, specifically SMEs. So what is the opportunities that Tanzania will gain from it? This indicates that most of activities are being conducted, or our research output which are being conducted focus to solve the problem that is facing the society, or if it is an engineering problems, we expect that those problems will be solving an engineering issues relating to the society, and most of the societies around engineering issues are SMEs and micro industries. So by conclusion, it is been observed that there is a weak collaboration between the university and the industries, and in this case, SMEs, and also there is a mismatch of institutional objectives and the priorities of the higher learning institutions as well as the SMEs, but also there is inadequate institutional support mechanism which will enhance the technology transfer from higher learning institution to SMEs. On another side, the literature indicates that there is a need of more effective mechanism for disseminating knowledge and the technologies that are being generated in the higher learning institutions. The recommendation of the research, it needs some issues to be done so that they can strengthen the linkage or technology transfer between the higher learning institutions and technology transfer. The first one is for those higher learning institutions which have no technology transfer office or centers, they should establish that center so that they can link the technology transfer between the higher learning institution and the SMEs, but also creation of some of collaborations or platform between higher learning institution and SMEs, but also developing the fund mechanism and incentive structures that will tend to motivate researchers to engage in research and how they can commercialize their research findings, but also proper management of intellectual properties, and finally, improve the dissemination of knowledge and the technologies generated between the higher learning institution and the SMEs. Thank you in advance for your effective.
Thank you very much for keeping time, for being an effective manager. I hope universities and other high learning institutions are doing a lot about technology development and transfer. Now, are they able to transfer to the SMC, or they are just getting research questions out of the need? Second presenter, please, take your floor. Your audience need to note down the name of the presenter and the question briefly, so that when the panels come in front, you can specifically focus your question to whom it's addressed to. Second presenter, please. Joseph. And the third presenter, be ready. As he finishes, you come in. Thank you.
Joseph.
Nyoni.
Hii hapa hivi. Naomba nikuuzie kabisa hiyo kubwa.
This one?
Naomba nizumue kabisa hiyo kubwa. Hapo hizi pisi zipo tofauti. Sijui kwa hapa hivyo ndo nani. Kwa namna wanaizumu inaonekana pale kubwa. Hii hapa hivi sio. Okay. Good morning. My name is Engineer Joseph from Tanzania Agricultural Research Institute from Department of Agriculture Engineering. I'm here to present a critical review on the improvement of round potato productivity through the use of simple planters in potato growing community in Tanzania. The content of my presentation is, there is abstract, introduction, problem statement, methodology, evaluation of literature studies, discussion, conclusion, and recommendation. This presentation explores the potential of simple planters to enhance round potato productivity in Tanzania. And the review, based on evaluation of the potential of the simple planters in the potato growing region in Tanzania, as it highlights how traditional manual planting method characterized by high labor intensity and inconsistent seed placement. So some studies reporting the gain of 20 up to 40%. And the evaluation identifies the key challenges such as limited adoption of the planter due to high costs and the inadequate farmers training. So these efforts are critical in the improving of food security and the livelihood of potato growing community in Tanzania. Potato is staple crop in Tanzania which contributing to food security and income generation. Farmers face challenges such as low productivity and the labor-intensive planting practices. So objective of this paper is to evaluate the potential of simple planters to improve potato farming productivity in Tanzania. Problem statement. The low potato productivity in Tanzania is limited by many factors, including poor planting method and the lack of mechanization facilities. This leads to farmers lose about 30% of planting population, depending on planting method used. So this review intending to show the potential of simple planter in potato growing community in Tanzania. The methodology of this review follow these approaches. The first one, it is reviewing of scientific journals, agricultural reports, and the case study focusing on mechanization and potato farming. And another one, it is the field observation of observed planting practices in potato growing region in Tanzania, so as to understand challenge faced by the farmers. The inclusion criteria of this study, it depends on studies focused on potato farming and mechanization, and the exclusion criteria is studies unrelated to potato farming or mechanized planting. The evaluation of the various literature. The key issue here is comparison of traditional and mechanized planting method, as it shows that mechanized planting method give good labor efficiency, proper time management, and the key design discussed in various literature is manual, animal drone, and the simple mechanized planters. Also the trends, the increasing interest in low-cost mechanization for smallholders farmers, innovation in locally manufacturable plant design. That is an example of pictures of potato plantain and its components, also the models of various planters. On the point of discussion, the key benefit observed, it's good productivity and efficiency of the planter. Planters reduce labor demand, especially for women and youth, increase the profitability for smallholder farmers, and the barriers are financial constraint, limited access to planters, resistant to change due to traditional farming practice, and inadequate extension services. Conclusion and recommendation. The key lesson here is simple planters have significant potential to improve productivity and sustainability in potato farming. And the adoption of these tools can enhance smallholder farmers' livelihood and food security in Tanzania. So, recommendations, we have to develop locally adaptable planter models and to establish partnership between government and NGOs, also to conduct a pilot study to demonstrate the benefit at the community level. This is an example of reference. Thank you.
We forgot to clap for the first one. So thank you very much for keeping time. Now it's time for the last presenter for the first round before we go to the second round for the last 4 presenters. Please, the third presenter, you're welcome. We can see the academia is busy developing technologies and transferring the technologies. The community and the industry is also waiting for these technologies to use. Where is the rink? We need to prepare the questions so that we make relevance of our presentations to the society problems and also to the industry. Karibu. Mtu wa IT, kale kakalai kanafichika hapa kwenye laptop yako. The IT person should be very close here so that we don't waste time. Kale kanafichika hapa. Kale kakalai kanafichika hapa, kanajificha hapa. Kuonyesha slide. Kuonyesha slide iwe pana yote. Hii yenyewe tu.
Good afternoon. My name is Lawrence Kerefu. I'm a lecturer from Dar es Salaam Tumaini University. And I'm going to talk about exploring the effectiveness of commercialization pathways for university research output in Tanzania. This is my co-author is Dr. Juliana Machuve. Let me take also this opportunity to congratulate the presenters who presented today and also those who did the good presentations yesterday. My layout will be introduction, methodology, results, discussion, conclusion, and recommendations. So with the introduction, all we know that the society expects university to produce knowledge, technologies, and inventions as output. But also, we expect the industry to turn the output into products and services that drive the economy. That's why every now, when we are talking about innovation, when we are talking about commercialization of university research output, we are always talking about the link between academia and the industry. And this process now depends on the suitability of the universities to generate such knowledge, technology, and inventions, and the existence of mechanism for sharing or transferring the generated knowledge into the society. With this figure, what I just said, you can see on the left side, you see the side of the society and the industry. The society and industry are having needs and the problems. And then at the middle, that is where we have universities. At the university, their main function is teaching and learning, research, innovation, entrepreneurship, public engagement, and partnership. Then from this, we expect now, at the end, we have graduates from universities, we have innovators, but also we expect to have solutions to problems of the society for having a better living, but also prosperous industry. So this is the relationship. Now the link we are talking about is how to have the needs of the society, the needs and problems of the industry to be transformed into better living and prosperity. This, we are talking of, even yesterday we have said that we need to have solutions. But what kind of solutions are we looking for? Universities are expected to see the society problems or the challenges of the problems or the needs of the problems, identify these needs, and come up with innovative solutions, not just mere solutions, but innovative solutions. And these innovative solutions must have someone who is willing and able to pay for the solutions. So the researches that are being conducted at the universities must relay or must agree on this principle that there must be somebody who is ready to pay for the solution. And I'm talking of not the basic research, but I'm talking of the research that we are talking, the developmental research, which are geared to solve problems of the society. So in this one, you can say at the top there, I said you have to connect academia to humanity initiative, the CAH. There must be that relationship. What the students are being taught at the university must relate at the end of the day to the solutions that are facing the public or the society or the industry. I used to tell my students that at the society we have enough problems without you. So we don't need you to graduate and to add again these problems to the society, but we need, when you graduate, to become problem solvers, to become innovators. Now, the objective of the study was to explore the effectiveness of commercialization pathways for university research output in Tanzania, and intend to come the university to produce impactful research that have economic value for the community. The research methodology, we collected the data from 11 mostly engineering-based universities, and 2 of the surveyed universities were from the private sector, and 9 were from the public universities, and among these 9, one from the Zanzibar. We also interviewed directorates, head of directorates, and head of departments who are responsible for research and innovation activities at the participating universities. Results and co-discussion. The first item of commercialization, the status, we observed that the type of research output that the universities have developed for the past 10 years, this is what we observed, and the results indicate that there is a predominant research output in the form of research and innovation reports, paper publications, followed by prototypes and innovative products, processes, and services. Also, there are policy briefs and software, as can be seen in this graph. This is what we have seen, the research output for the participating universities for the past 10 years. You can see a lot of research reports. You can see publications, policy briefs. You can see prototypes. These are the kind of research output that we have seen, or we have been briefed when we were surveying the universities, 11 universities. Now, we also noted that only 33% of the participating universities claimed that their research output are above average, with an extent of commercial potential ranging from 51 to 100. And only 9% of the participants have realized their commercial potential and their research outputs to the level of commercialized products. That is, they are already in the market. And this, you can see in this graph here, the 33%, the one with the very high potential and very high potential and high potential. But you can see the moderate potential and low potential and not at all potential. And this is potential for commercialization. Now, we also asked about the commercialization pathways that they are pursuing. You can see they're talking about outright sales, licensing, spin-off companies, technology transfer offices, incubators and accelerators, industry collaborations and partnership, which is already being said so many times, and joint research and development, that is R&D agreements and startups. So the participating also university indicated several reasons for selecting particular commercialization pathways, including available resources, market demand, competitive landscape, time to market, collaboration opportunities, competences, experience, ease of doing business, and the university's innovation and entrepreneurial culture. And this is the extent of utilization of commercialization industry collaboration, joint research is following. Licensing and spin-off companies are marking very low. So problems solved this way, we will be able to address the society and the industry need. Thank you.
I think we have had enough. Academia is struggling in research to produce prototypes, publication for promotions, and probably commercialization is not given the priority because it's a little bit outlier from the mandate. Therefore, they are not speaking the same language with the industry. There is a mismatch somewhere. Publication. The students are given chance to innovate. They create some innovation technologies, but as they graduate, they leave their prototypes and everything at disposal. The universities keep on complaining their research outputs are shelved, no uptake system. The policymakers are also complaining the relevance of academia, linking with the university. Who has to address all these challenges? Every player, every stakeholder has a role to play somewhere. We have several best practices from other countries. We can do something to go beyond what we do at the moment. This is time for clapping for the presenters and inviting for others to come in. Thank you very much for your good responses. We still something at our disposal to solve in our society so that our relevance is meaningful and impactful to the society. Now, I hope Mary James is around here, Michael Matonya, Rama Majubwa, and Rebecca Kachembeho to submit their presentation so that we also listen to what they have prepared for us. Any of those mentioned? Yes, please come here for your presentation. We need to have your presentation in our laptop first, then we align accordingly. Time is not in our favor. Mary James, Michael Matonya, Rama Majubwa, and Rebecca Kachembeho. If only one is available, it's better for us. Why are you not stepping here? We need your submission. Are you Kachembeho? You have your flash? Iko. First Mary. Please, Mary, James, Rebecca Kachembeho, please present. Then Michael Matonya will follow. If other presenters come in, then they will be invited accordingly. We provide only 10 minutes. 10 minutes, go strictly and straight to your presentation.
Good afternoon. I'm Rebecca Yusuf Kachembeho from Sokoine University of Agriculture, College of Natural and Applied Science and Department of Informatics and Information Technology. I'm here to present on a systematic review titled Unlocking Tanzania's Innovation Potential, a systematic review of national innovation landscape. Introduction. National Innovation System is a system of institutions and organizations in both private and public sectors which initiate, import, modify, diffuse modern technologies and knowledge for the development of the nation. This study conducts a systematic review of Tanzania's national innovation system, examining its strengths and weaknesses through a peer-reviewed literature from 2005 up to 2022. Methodology. The systematic review adhered the PRISMA protocol and applying a clear eligibility and exclusion criteria. The eligibility criteria. The period for inclusion was set between January 1st, 2005 up to 31 December 2022. Only articles published in English language were eligible. The peer-reviewed articles on studies conducted in Tanzania. Keywords including national innovation system, innovation, innovation acceleration, innovation policy, and innovation and knowledge. The search yielded 210 articles, of which 97 met the eligibility criteria after careful screening. After a full text reading, 76 studies were excluded and remained with 21 studies, which were included in this systematic review. And this is the figure which shows the methodology on PRISMA protocol. The results and discussion. The overview of the Tanzanian innovation landscape. Tanzania has proven to be an innovative country with rapid adoption of digital systems in both government and private sectors. There is increasing number of innovation hubs, laboratory incubators, and awareness of importance of innovation. But also the government is the major funder of innovation projects through the Commission of Science and Technology (COSTECH), and the higher learning institutions contribute to 86% of research and development efforts and are the major source of knowledge and innovation in the country. The examples of innovation hubs in Tanzania are like Kinu Hub, Dar es Salaam Innovation Space, Tanzania Innovation Space at COSTECH, Dar Technohama Business Incubator, Buni Hub, Research and Development Network, Biashara Lab, Toyoa, Jenga Hub. And in the global index, Tanzania ranking at the position of 83 in the, these are the East African country position in the Global Index of Innovation, whereby in the Global Index of Innovation in East Africa, Kenya is positioned at 83 and Tanzania is 103. So in East Africa, Tanzania is in a second ranking of innovation index. And the key actors, institutions, and policies. Tanzania Development Vision of 2025 is major aspiration for strengthening innovation system, whereby until 2025, Tanzania is expected to be in the economy of middle income, and the industries where will be occupying at the major economy dependence. And the body responsible for innovation system management and development in Tanzania is the COSTECH under the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. The first policy on national science and technology, was established in 1996, which was later revised in 2010. The higher learning institution contribute on the national innovation system as the body responsible for knowledge generation by 86%. The innovation hubs, labs, and incubators also contribute to the innovation system, and there are approximately 40 hubs in Tanzania. However, more than 50% of all hubs in the country are located in one region, which is Dar es Salaam. But also the entrepreneurs commercialize their innovations. The ICT's adoption on innovation activities. The review found that there is rapid adoption and use of mobile phone and ICTs. Ownership and use of information and communication technology is key for innovation system. The ICTs facilitate the sharing of information and knowledge. The study found that most of the institutions that are part of Tanzanian innovation system, such as universities, research institutions, inherited colonial system which limit innovations in local context. But also the study found out that innovation funding and other initiatives are government-driven. The strengths of Tanzania innovation system: there is increase in number of innovation hubs, laboratory incubators, and awareness of importance of innovation, increasing numbers of innovators from an employed mass of youth, and advancement of and adoption of ICTs, as I mentioned. But also there is increasing attention of government on building knowledge-based economy and increase in literacy rate and enrollment in secondary and tertiary education. The weakness of the Tanzanian innovation system: there is limited number of women in science, technology, and innovation activities, inadequate resources for investing in innovation projects, and there is limited use of high technology in local production, poor linkage between Center of Excellences and the industry, and fragmented innovation policies. The implications for innovation policy and practice. The study found out that there is a lack of clear guideline of innovation sharing and collaboration between institutions producing innovations and innovation consuming innovations. The existing innovation policies provide minimal involvement of users of innovation in the innovation generation chain. Conclusion: the idea of innovation is common among high learning institutions. The review revealed that innovation system in Tanzania is government-centered, reluctant policy and guidance for fostering innovation in the country, weak innovation system that most of policies governing institutions were formed in last 2 decades. And there is fragile link between institutions producing and consuming innovations. Recommendation: the study recommended further studies on the topic of conducive environment for innovation development and commercialization, studies on contribution of regional innovation system to Tanzania innovation ecosystem, and the link between knowledge and innovation generating institution and the consumers or users of the innovation and knowledge, including industries, organizations, and the public. Thank you for listening.
Next presenter, please. prepare your question, prepare your comments. It's not necessary questions, comments, because we have several challenges in the system. Now we need comments as well. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Ramadhan Majubwa from Sokoine University of Agriculture, Department of Crop Science and Horticulture. And I will take you through a study that we conducted on evaluating the comparative effectiveness of innovative and improved vis-a-vis the traditional avocado pickers. And this study was conducted in respect to what is happening in Southern Highland, Tanzania. The study was conducted with a number of researchers, and you can see that in there. But also we have experts from Helvetis. We have also experts from TARI. So that will make a collab of 3 organizations. Just taking you to the introduction, looking that Tanzania is among of the top producers of avocados in Tanzania, in the world. And it is ranking the 3rd in Africa, but also it ranks almost the 19th in the world. The production of avocado in Tanzania is estimated to be at about 190,000 metric tons a year. And that production is estimated only for the year 2021 that about 11,237 metric tons were exported. So you can see how much the crop is of valuable importance to the country. And it also is being considered as one of the most important crop for the country for export. And if you talk about the production areas, you see that the Southern Highland is kind of the leading among the zones that we have in Tanzania. And these include the Mbeya, Njombe, Iringa, Songwe, and the so-called Kilimanjaro. We have a little bit of the production in some other parts, but these are kind of the leading. So one of the big things that we were interested was looking on the harvesting of these avocado fruits and what is happening, what could be the impact of harvesting practices. And we, through research and through experience, we noted that harvesting in these of avocado fruits in these areas is mainly being done using bamboo poles, hand picking, climb on the tree, pick and drop for someone to catch either the bucket or whatever container that is being used or the fruits themselves. But also involved cutting of branches or shaking of the branches, which basically causes significant damages of the crop. So on the left, you see the picture showing a farmer picking avocado fruits from a taller tree using a bamboo stick. But then here we have also, you see, this is a farmer picking avocado fruits by climbing on top of the tree with a safflet bag. And later on, the safflet bag will be taken down on the tree for someone else to pick. And apart from that, we also see that they can also cut the branches to drop whatever fruits that they cannot reach to make sure that they can be collected from the ground. All these practices, basically, they are kind of affecting the quality of the fruits and making them not good for export, and sometimes they are not even for local markets. So what is the issue now? We see that there is a problem that the trees are too tall for them to, for the farmers to harvest, and it becoming even critical when the farmers climb on top of the tree. Sometimes they even fall because they are trying to reach fruits on the periphery of the branches where they can basically not, they are not be able to catch. So this effect of these practices that are being conducted by farmers and traders basically cause significant loss in quality because most of the fruits are ending up becoming rejects and they are not being ending up for processing, which is basically for low values. So you see that these are some of the fruit, picture showing some of the fruits that have been damaged, which basically you cannot see the damage at early stages, but later on when the fruit will stay for some days, then all these coloration inside of the fruit are becoming more visible, making the fruits not marketable. One of the big challenges also for export avocado is that when they have the fruit stock detached, those fruits are being considered also as not good for export quality. And those were the issues that we basically centered for why we conducted this issue. Then we see that most of the imported tools, gears that are used for harvesting, they are basically difficult to find in the markets, but sometimes they are becoming even not reachable for most of the farmers. And basically the issue was also difficult to operate, so become obsolete for the farmers to use. So the issue here was now, following these challenges, tall trees, then what we call the harvests through the project called Kibo Wavi projects, which basically was funded by the European Union. It brought together researchers, team of researchers and artisans with the expertise looking on what could be done. And then they come up with a design of a tool, avocado fruit picker, which basically could solve all these problems. So on the left there, the picture you see a telescopic kind of avocado fruit picker, which in this case we call an improved avocado fruit picker. And this one, you can basically kind of scope it out, and you can easily, even if when you want to pick fruits on lower end, you can easily keep it down and you can easily squeeze it anyhow you want. And the length of this avocado fruit picker is about 3 to 4 meters. It all depends with your stretching capacity. But also you see that it is equipped with a bag, conveyor kind of cloth, but also at the end there is a bag for picking the fruit. So this was developed, by then was not tested to wide range of farmers on how its performance is being, could be in terms of improving the quality of the avocado fruits. So we evaluated the efficacy of this improved avocado fruit picker, but that was side by side with the traditional harvesting avocado fruit pickers. So what did we do? We conducted 2 sets of study. One was actually a survey where we went to the farmers with the picker, and then we gave them to try, seeing on how it works and express the suitability of the tool. And actually we collected their feedback of what could be the deficit with the tool. And following that, then we conducted a validation study. This validation study was a kind of involving farmers to participate into the evaluation of the tool itself. So the first set was conducted, and then the tool was given to tools were given to farmer groups, and these farmer groups were practiced for quite some time, around 3 months, and later on we came for the evaluation study, actually this participatory study. So this is the team that was involved, and we engaged about 59 farmers in this early survey, and we gave them the tool to practice, and then later on, based on the comments they gave, we adjusted the tool accordingly. Then later on, the tool was given to the farmers, as I explained, and for practice. And later on, we went to do the actual trial, where we set an experiment. We engaged about 160 farmers, and each of the farmers was given chance to harvest at least a crate of avocado. And when we were harvesting, we were actually trying to compare all of those 3, the tool control and 1 improved harvest avocado fruit picker. And for the improved, we actually engaged a farmer as well as the experienced person, which was basically one of the developers. So they harvested and we compared the results. The idea here was to see if farmer was probably failing to make use of the tool because of experience. So we had an engaged experienced person that would do the same. So what we did, we collected data on the time used to harvest a crate, and then we also looked on the number of fruit drops, and later on we also looked on the number of fruit with a what we call fruit stock detachment, which basically qualify them not good for export. And later on we evaluated the picker discomfort. In a scale of 1 to 10, we asked them, how discomfortable are you using the tool? And we collected all this data, and then later on we came up with the results. The results were so interesting because we see that just when you check on this table, look, means any value within the column that have the same later, they're actually not significant difference. So if you check on the time of harvesting, we can see that if you compare the farmer involvement in picking with this traditional method, let's say look with the bamboo, you can see that harvesting time was kind of reduced by 13 minutes using the improved avocado fruit picker. But when you use the experienced harvester, then you see that you can save up almost about 19 minutes. And this has a translation basically into the storability of the fruit, because actually you save more time to harvest, but also you can use less resources. You can also engage more for post-harvest handling of the crop. Looking on the stock detachment, just to go very quick, we also compared, you can see that stock detachment was almost for about 32.4 difference, the range between the farmer involvement with the improved picker, but also when you involve experienced person, that means if the farmer become too experienced, then they can basically improve the ability of the tool to be more effective. So we checked on that, and these are just some other, looking on the fruit drop, we also see that this improved avocado fruit picker could significantly reduce the number of drop-offs by 24.6 average fruits, which is basically significantly high in a crat of 100 fruits. So we also see that if experience increase, then if you use experienced person, then the yield, that could be significant. If you check on the picker discomfort, also was decreased significantly from a level of 5, which is more discomfort, to almost 1.4. And that was very impressive for the team to see that this tool could be significantly potential. And what do we conclude now based on this study? We see that based on all those improvements, the reduction in harvesting time but by almost 41.3% if farmer get involved, and if we allow the experienced person to harvest, we get about 59.3. That is significant. But also if we check on the stock detachment, we get 85.5 to 92%. This is significant. Then, based on those two and even the other evidences, we see that this tool can significantly be used by the majority of the farmers to make sure that they save and improve the quality of the fruits. The only challenge, the tools are not yet available at large scale, because this was just an experiment to make sure that we get the prototype by seeing on how effective it could be in reducing and improving the quality of avocado fruits. Thank you very much, and that is the team that was involved into the experiment. I acknowledge the team of experts involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Presenter. I think, yeah, Erauda, claps, please. Now, I think the concentration has gone down because it is time for lunch. And I would request you to agree with me to stop so that we go for lunch. I advise you to go to Meru Hall so that you get your coupon and have your lunch. I don't expect one to miss lunch. That's very important. We go for lunch. If you have questions, please, you'll have to see Ramadan after this session. Thank you very much for your active participation. See you next session.